Hello and welcome back to the channel. Figuring out how much of an allocation should cash be relative to an overall investment portfolio is a challenge a lot of new investors face. To sort that out, I wanted to go over Monish Pabrai's approach to cash allocation and then discuss how my personal approach to cash allocation actually varies from his. For those who aren't familiar with Monish Pabrai, he's a value investor with his own hedge fund managing an AUM of roughly around $1 billion. In a 2013 lecture with Boston College, he explains how after the 2008 financial crisis, his hedge fund's returns had been crushed compared to the index. He lost roughly 67% compared to the index, which was down around 39% at the time. He realized the importance of having a cash cushion rather than being fully invested at any given time. It made him realize how important it was to have liquidity when the rest of the market was quite distressed. Being in cash gives an investor the opportunity to buy when Mr. Market is severely depressed. He presented a scenario with a hypothetical $100 million fund that's 80% invested and 20% in cash. This fund is perfectly correlated to the market. For example, if the market drops 50%, then the fund also drops 50%. So when the 50% drop happens, the value of the invested portion, 80%, drops from 80 million to around 40 million. The 20 million in cash is still intact as a cash cushion, reducing the impact of the drop of the overall portfolio and providing the liquidity to buy into this depressed valuation of the market. Now, if that 20 million was invested into opportunities that return, say, a 4x in a few years, then that 20 million would become 80 million, and the invested portion, which was previously, it had dropped to around 40 million, and if that returned to its pre-crisis valuation of 80 million, then the fund overall would be at a value of around 160 million post-crisis. And all this would be possible with a lower volatility and a lower drawdown of the total fund's assets due to the cash cushion. The model that he devised for himself to figure out when to have a cash cushion and when to be fully invested is as follows. Now, imagine a brand new fund with 100 million to invest. The first 75 million would get invested in ideas that would return say 2 to 3x in 3 years. The next 10 million would be invested to return at least a 3x. The next 5 million should have a 4x possibility, and the final 10 million that's there should be a 5x or higher. Now, finding such opportunities is very difficult. Hence, it creates a natural cash cushion. Now, a lot of money managers don't have this luxury of having a cash cushion since their investors expect them to be fully invested at all times. And that's largely the reason that a lot of them tend to underperform the market. But as interesting it is to learn about how, large investors with funds are managing their cash allocation, it may not be relevant to 99% of us for the simple reason that we don't have a fund to manage. We just have our own money to manage. There's no sort of set, block of 100 million or even 100,000 for us to manage. Most of us, we earn on a monthly or a weekly basis and add to our investment portfolio whenever we can scrape some money together. Now, this is going to vary depending on how many years it's been since you've started. Suppose you're into your first year of investing. Each cash infusion is going to represent a large addition to the portfolio in the total percentage terms. For example, if there's a hypothetical person who's an investor called John, he has a $10,000 portfolio and he expects to add 10,000 more to his portfolio over the next year. This would give him a 50% cash cushion moving forward. If he's got an investment idea and it is, it meets his criteria and his requirements, like for example, for me, I don't want to invest in a company unless I know I can get a 3x in 5 years. Then it's not a bad idea for John, our hypothetical investor, to get invested to the range of around 30 to 70% in his portfolio into this single company. Since getting such ideas is quite difficult, so it takes time to find them. And when you do find them, you have to make sure that you seize the opportunity and buy as much of this investment as you can get. Having a sort of 2% allocation is worse than having no position in it at all. So the monthly additions to this portfolio will build up and become a natural cash cushion. The entire idea behind Pabrai's approach, and even the slightly varied approach that I mentioned for the retail investor, is The underlying basis is very simple. It's being very picky when adding any new positions to your portfolio. There's a good reason that, Warren Buffett is sitting on 147 billion in cash. I mean, you can't compare, but still, it's always good to have a cash cushion. Outperforming the markets in a bull market is really not the sign of a great investor, according to me. The ability to stay afloat when the entire market is just crashing is what really results in long-term outperformance. I hope you like this video and it helped you kind of structure cash in your own portfolio a bit better. And if you've got any different perspectives to cash allocation in the portfolio, do let me know in the comments. It'll be interesting to hear about that. And hope you liked the video. Thank you for watching.